Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised. Now, here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, everybody. Let me give the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
And that's the last time you heard that tonight, I suppose.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, anyway, for saying it. So, you have fun yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure you're referring to the big K-Rock weenie roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time. Lots of celebrities, lots of bands. Got to hang out with Goldfinger and some of the other bands, the Verve Pipe and other bands we've had on the show. All nice, all cordial. Sat in the bus. Used the Verve Pipe bus toilet.
Nice.
About 6 times.
Nice.
Because
they wouldn't let us use the K-Rock toilet.
Yeah, what is that?
They're afraid. They said they were afraid it would fill up.
Yeah, okay.
That's what they said to you anyway, Adam.
That's a good reason. That's like, yeah, we got a fire. Don't use the fire extinguisher. You'll empty it.
Exactly.
What the hell kind of logic is that?
Exactly.
Only at K-Rock can you have a trailer for the K-Rock people with a bathroom in the K-Rock trailer, and there's a big sign on it. Do not use. Not because it's broken, just because you may go number 2 and ruin a few lives. Oh, I got to tell you, and they have those porta potties out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you, if you get to them early, everything's cool. But by the end of the night, with that jerk chicken going around and those smart drinks.
They were selling smart drinks there?
And all that junk.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you, by about 10:30 at night, plus, all those roadies for Kiss, older guys, eating out on the road and whatnot. Those things fill up, and it just gets scary. So I want to thank, again, the Verve Pipe and the Verve Pipe tour manager for letting me use the bus commode in there at least 6 times. All right, Drew, you cool?
Yeah, let's go.
You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, a little later tonight, we'll tell you how Kiss was, who is not going to be here tonight. A lot of attitude, apparently.
Really?
Yes. But I'll tell you how it was. First time they donned the makeup and the whole pyrotechnics and everything in like 15 or 20 years. So it was kind of fun, except for the
They
one.
originally said they'd come, and then they didn't. Is that?
Yeah, they're now very cool.
That's produced.
They were on a year ago, and nobody cared, and now all of a sudden people care, so they're too cool now.
Right.
They were on this show a year ago?
Remember? We had Gene.
I don't know. I was very
You
impressed.
don't
I was
remember?
very impressed by it, I guess.
Exactly.
The cool Kiss story in terms of attitude is they're the last band of the night. It was the Chili Peppers and then Kiss, but there was like a good 45 minutes to an hour before they went on because they had to set up all the pyrotechnics and everything. And the morning guys at K-Rock, Kevin and Bean, 2 swell guys, were going to go out there and bring them on. And when we heard they got a message about 10 minutes before it was time to bring them on, you will not be bringing Kiss on. Kiss brings themselves on. This is no longer a K-Rock concert. It is now a Kiss concert.
Great.
So a lot of attitude floating around. So maybe the fact that the pyrotechnics thing caught on fire and almost killed somebody is just God's wrath. Donna, 13, you're on the Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey.
Hey.
Adam, I love you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Yeah. No, I have a problem, though, seriously. Okay, listen. I have this friend, and when I was in school, we would pretend that we were, like, lesbians and stuff. And, like, the other night, I was spending the night at her house, and we were alone, and she started kissing me. And I was like, oh, my God. And I don't know what to do, because, see, like, I liked it and all, and it was flattering, but...
But you didn't like it.
Yeah, I liked it.
You didn't like it. No, you didn't like it. It was flattering, but it wasn't something you really wanted
Drew,
to do.
stop leading the teenager.
No, I'm not leading her. She's having trouble saying it because she's afraid of what that means for her friendship. Right?
Yeah, because, well, now I can't, like, talk to her, you know?
Right, see?
And, because, like, and I was, like, confused and all.
Yes.
But I don't know.
All right,
so,
wait a
and,
minute.
like, I think I might be a bi.
No, you're not.
All right.
Yeah, I am.
Your friend is. But you really, it's not something that you were pursuing. You're uncomfortable when those boundaries get crossed.
Yeah. And again, we're not using the term bi. We'll use part lesbian or part gay.
Whatever you say, Adam.
Donna.
Yeah? Yeah.
Why were you pretending to be lesbian
Oh, it's
around
just, like,
school.
No, because like all of our friends like think that we are, or like the guys, and because like, okay, we both have boyfriends and all, but like they think that they're there like to like we're like using them like to like cover up.
All right.
Donna may have been pretending, but I don't think her friend was pretending.
All
I
right.
think that's what it boils down to. And the friend may have gone along with Donna's rap about being pretentious, making believe.
Right.
But the friend really clearly has something more in mind, and Donna needs to learn to assert herself without destroying the
Well,
relationship.
women have figured out that guys are attracted to anything, but they're attracted to the whole lesbian notion.
Oh, come on. You think
No,
that's why they were doing it?
Absolutely.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's attention. Oh, please, Drew. Now, it's not. They're not attracted to
wait.
lesbian. I'm not talking about Janet Reno lesbian, but I'm talking about young, nubile, sort of lipstick lesbian or bisexuality.
But look, Donna's friend is truly bisexual or maybe lesbian.
I'm sure she is.
Donna is clearly not.
Right.
And she's having trouble
But-
reconciling her feelings of intimacy for her friends with her sexuality.
Right, but she is the girl who called Dyke.
Huh?
You heard of the boy that called wolf or cried wolf? She got herself in. She wanted the attention from the guys at school.
She cried Dyke.
The girl that cried Dyke.
Maybe she wanted no attention. She wanted to insulate herself from that attention by saying, "Hey, I'm lesbian. You don't come after me."
No, because you know that no guy is going to buy that. He's going to be all over that
You
scene.
gonna ask her, or is she done with her?
I don't know. She was like, she was eating.
She's 13.
She was chewing cud while she was talking to us. Donna? All right. See? She's gone.
hung up
You
on
scared
you.
her away,
You.
Drew. You and your antics. She had enough of you.
Yeah.
No, they put on this sort of act, and guys are attracted to it. They go, oh, geez, and they want to watch, and they want to be around it, and all that stuff.
So really, although she may be trying to insulate herself, she ends up attracting stuff.
Right, and believe me, guys would do the same thing. I mean, if we thought for a second that we'd get a whole bunch of extra attention from women,
Yeah.
and that they'd be attracted to us more if we were walking
Yeah,
around
guys
being
would,
gay.
well, guys would do anything. They'd cut their ears off, whatever. I mean, they'd, right?
Drew, are you going to let me finish my thought?
No.
You were on fire tonight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking a coffee away.
Please.
John?
Hello?
You're 15, you're on Loveline.
Yeah, I might have a problem because I think I might be a homosexual, but I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because, whenever I'm around my friends, I get woodies. And, ever since Kevin Sorbo came on Hercules.
What? What is that?
I'm going bogus.
Well, let's hear him. Let's hear him out.
Really? Hercules. You know, the guy who plays Hercules on TV?
He's attracted to him.
All right. John?
Yeah.
You're
All
attracted
right.
to this guy on TV? Is that the deal? You're attracted to this guy on TV?
Yeah, and now when I'm around my friends, I get woodies.
All right.
Yeah. I kind of like the centaur guy, but that's just me.
So what do you think I should do? Like, how can I tell?
You can't tell. There's no acid test at 15, okay? Certainly it is routine and average for males, particularly around your age, to have same-sex feelings and attractions. It's also routine. The average male will experience, and the females more so, confusion between intimacy and sexual feelings. So your friends may sort of arouse these kind of quasi-sexual feelings. And it may be that you are gay and you're just beginning to recognize these feelings. Give it a few more years. My suggestion is to you not to act on any of these things, just to try to stay in touch with the feelings. Don't be afraid of them. They seem to be genuine, whatever they are. And as you get older, they'll sort of reconcile. They'll take care of themselves.
John?
Yeah?
Do you ever think about women?
My mom.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Listen.
It's a point worth making. Let's leave John be.
Okay, you know,
Don't go any further with him.
All right. He's wising off. Jennifer, 16.
Hi.
Hey.
I really like your show. I'm
Thank
glad to
you.
hear that. And also, Adam, like that first girl, who was saying that they joke around, that's like not even anything that's like sexual. It couldn't be. It might not be. Because like me and my friends joke around like that all the time. And it doesn't mean anything. We're not like trying to get attention from guys
All
or
right.
anything.
She didn't say joke around. She said make believe or
Well,
pretend.
yeah. It's like the same thing.
Well,
but it's not
the intent isn't the same.
Well, the friend's intent was to...
Well, yeah, the friend was,
Yeah.
but I don't think the girl was like trying to get attention from guys or anything.
So it's just some way you guys... What?
Yeah, it's like just like a thing of affection. You're like, hey,
But you know guys take note when women do that.
I guess.
Oh, don't play. Oh, Jennifer, please. Please, poor naive Jennifer, do not play stupid with me. You know that if you sat in school and you hugged or embraced one of your friends, you put your hand in her back pocket and you looked at her and gave her a nice kiss, guys would start gathering around and applauding like seals.
Well, that's like going a little bit too far.
All right, but you know how guys feel about that.
Yeah.
And you know they raise an eyebrow when you walk by with your arm around a woman and they're curious and they want to know more.
And you know where I learned that is from your show.
No.
Thanks, Drew. See what we're doing, Drew? Yes.
No.
Drew thought he was saving America. He didn't realize we're turning everyone to lesbianism.
Okay, I did have a question, though, for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Because you're always talking about, when people call up and they say they're pregnant, and then you ask them if they're getting married, and they say no, and you make a big deal about how it's really stupid that people are having kids, and then they get married later.
No.
Okay.
I don't. I thank goodness they actually do that. I think it's stupid to intentionally do it in that order.
Oh.
I mean, to have it be okay to do it in that order, because the probabilities are. I mean, if you listen to our show, what you hear is that people have pregnancies and then don't get married.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. And if somebody's going to have a child, it's usually because they're in a stable relationship, because they've shown they can commit to one another and create a stable environment for a child, not just because they want to have a child.
Okay.
It's for the child. This thing is about the child, not about the people having the child.
Yeah.
Okay? The people having the child shouldn't be having a child if they can't create a stable environment.
Well, their lives are over already. They're 17,
And so that's why, and it gets, what I say gets interpreted in many different contexts, it sounds like. I make fun of it and say, please make me understand why somebody would do this, because throughout the history of civilization, it's always been the relationship and then the child.
Well, in the Western cultures, yes.
Yes, Sir Adam.
I just was going to work that into a sentence no matter what. Jennifer.
Yes.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right. Kristen.
Are you just ignoring what I put
22.
down here?
No, but you block it with your hand. Sorry, Drew writes down the little numbers of the calls he wants, and then he shields it with his hand like he's an NBA coach drawing up a play during a 15-second timeout. Go ahead, Kristen. All right, well.
She's there. Kristen?
Kristen.
You just went to make herself a sandwich.
All right, well, I'm not clairvoyant myself. Steve, 29.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey.
I'm freaking out, guys.
Good.
Why?
Well, it's not good. I got this girlfriend in Indianapolis, and I don't know whether I should get married with her or not because I got her pregnant. And, you guys are just talking about this, so it's kind of ironic. But, it's weird. I only want her when I'm broken up with her. I mean, I always want...
Adam's familiar with this syndrome.
Yes. Oh, your new man when she leaves you.
Exactly.
You're turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, I went out with a friend of hers that she just despises. Oh. And then I see her out at the clubs when I'm out with this other bimbo, and then she just gets all upset. But then I want her because I see that she's attractive, to other guys. And then when I get back with her, then I lose interest in her. And now that she's pregnant, and I don't even know what I should get married. I'm afraid to get married.
All right, Steve.
Yeah.
How pregnant is she?
Just a month.
Uh-huh. Is she hell-bent on keeping her child?
Yeah, we already terminated one about a year ago, and we had pretty mixed feelings about that.
Wow. Yeah, I should say, because they probably could have cured AIDS. Or probably had the cure to cancer inside that seed.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but of course they took all of a year to lose those feelings of regret.
Well, no, it's just they didn't lose the feelings of regret. What are you saying? They had sex? You mean because it was unprotected?
Yeah.
How'd you get her pregnant the second time, Steve?
After I broke up with her and went out with her friend, she decided her love life was in the crapper, so she decided she didn't even...
All right, Steve, listen, your phone's in the crapper. Did you use protection the next time you got her pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
I could not take any more of that phone.
All right, what should we tell Steve?
All right, first we yell at Steve for being an idiot because he got her pregnant once, she had an abortion once, and now he's having unprotected sex with her again.
Right.
Now she's pregnant again. Now he has a choice. Either get another abortion and feel like the world's biggest jackass and put her through all that emotional trauma. I mean, because, by the time this girl's in her mid-30s, she would have aborted an entire family. I mean, aborted a whole soccer team. Or he sort of do the manly thing and accept his responsibilities and stick things out and marry someone he doesn't like that much and raise a kid he never really wanted.
I'm going to go way out on a limb. Do you think there's a probability that either of these people would likely develop a more mature, more successful relationship with somebody else?
No.
Okay. And now they have a child, at least, that they can focus on and try to reconcile their chaos on behalf of the child. Because you know what? These are people that have those kinds of relationships.
The kid's going to be the smartest one in the family by the time he's 3.
Yeah. And it sounds like they have some kind of genuine attraction there, but it's all built on a lot of craziness. Yeah. Maybe they can get that to settle down when
it's built on scotch is basically what the attraction is built on.
But maybe these two people can commit
on
behalf of the child and work on the relationship and settle down. And, I don't see somebody like either of them doing differently with somebody else. They'll do the same thing with other people.
Right.
At least now they have a reason to
All right.
commit.
So, Steve, marry her, make an honest woman out of her, and divert your attentions to child and God. Matt?
Could happen.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on Loveline.
Hey.
Hey, hello.
Hey, I love your show.
Hey, thank you.
Hi. I'm calling about, something that's, wrong with my dick. I have, a lump, and it's been there for a few months, and I don't know what it is. I've been fine.
It's on the penis.
Yeah.
And it's a hard lump.
Yeah.
What color is it?
White.
And it's nothing else like it, just a single isolated lump.
Yeah.
Can you estimate its size?
Oh, I don't know. Millimeter.
Millimeter.
Yeah.
Does it stick up out of the skin?
Yeah.
Is it...
Wait a minute. For those of us who aren't on the metric system, let me explain. A millimeter, 26 millimeters in an inch.
Thank you.
So that would be a 26th of an inch.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a virgin and stuff, so
right. It's not. I don't think you have to worry about it being something sexually transmitted necessarily. It doesn't look like a wart. It's not irregular or anything like that, is it?
No, it's just like a raised skin.
Like a bump on the skin.
Yeah.
Have you tried popping it or piercing it or lancing it or anything?
No.
Is it got pus in it, like a whitehead?
No.
Is it got fluid in it?
No, it's not secreting anything.
All right, let's flip all the cards over, Drew, and you venture an answer.
I don't
here.
know. Some normal, maybe a pearly penile papule or something like that. That doesn't sound like anything to worry about.
Should I get okay?
Yeah, don't be embarrassed if you want a doctor to check it. I think obviously I can't tell exactly what it is over the radio, but get it checked out. And I can only just tell you it doesn't sound like something you should be alarmed about. Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Drew.
All right, there, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, you got the studded wonder. God bless you. Fred, 14. You're on Loveline.
Adam, you're God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I have a little problem.
Hold on. I'm going to cure you of all your diseases.
All right.
All right. There you go.
Okay. I love to masturbate.
Oh, okay.
All right. And I have this, skin problem on my hands.
Somebody else just picked up. There you go.
Oh.
Is that mom?
That was my sister.
Sister.
Yeah.
And I want to know if it'll spread.
What do you got on your hands?
It's like this white flaky stuff.
Uh-huh.
Eczema?
Yeah.
You have eczema on your hands?
Yeah.
Eczema does not spread. I mean, it doesn't spread by contact. It's a non-infectious process.
Oh, the heartbreak of eczema.
Thank you.
I think that was an old commercial I saw in the 70s.
Cool.
All right, so it won't spread.
Doesn't spread that way.
Really?
Not by contact, no.
All right, Fred, you're free to whack away. How many times are you good for a day?
4.
4?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to see it up around 5 or 6 next time we talk. All right,
I'll
buddy?
work on it.
Okay, keep going. I'm like an Olympic coach.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's masturbation is going to be a trial sport, I hear, and in the year 2000. Well, hell, if they can have, I was talking to Kennedy at the lovely K-Rock Weenie Roast yesterday. It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very energetic.
She loves you.
Loves me.
Yeah.
Has an unnatural attraction to me.
Yes, really, truly overwhelming attraction.
And I wonder, is it the kind of attraction that a mother has for her son, or is it the kind of attraction that another man has for a man? Oh, we'll rule that one out. Is she dig me like a guy?
No.
No?
You mean like a guy friend?
Why do you rule that out so quickly? She may have
Why
some...
don't you call her and ask her? You've got her phone number, don't you?
Well, she won't come clean. She's a big celebrity. That'll be scandalous. But
all right, so you talked to her.
I talked to her, and I was telling her about what a loser snowboarding boyfriend was.
All right.
Which is just something I like to bring up every time I see her. And I said, listen, unless it's an Olympic sport, it's not a real sport.
Right.
It's not sanctioned. It's not recognized. And she told me that
snowboarding. Yeah.
Now, we're going to kick ass on some of these little African countries, I'd imagine. But here's what I'm saying. If snowboarding can be an Olympic trial sport, certainly the big M could be worked in. I'm going to start lobbying for that already. All right, Drew?
Whatever you say, Adam.
All right. LOVE191, fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. Tomorrow night, we have Michelle Indegeocello.
She's good.
She is. She's this, what? How would you describe her, Drew?
I don't know about her music. I think she was a very nice woman when she was on here about a year ago.
Okay.
Interesting person.
Yeah. Is she kind of like militant lesbian songwriter?
Not at all. I mean, that's sort of, I think, reputation-wise, but as a person, she's not that.
Okay. So we'll have a good time with her.
Yeah.
And then probably Everclear will be on later,
really?
too.
Great.
Yes, I spoke to Art from Everclear, who sounded great yesterday. That is on stage. Everclear, the band, that is. All right, I'm screwing this up. But Everclear rocked on stage. And then I talked to Art, the lead singer guy, and Ann talked to him, and he's going to try to make some time and come out tomorrow. So they have kind of a tight schedule, but we'll see if he'll come in then. Also on Tuesday, we have the Cardigans and Janine Lindenmuller and Nikki Tyler, both the porn chicks, and the Australian Manpower guys who are, I don't know what the hell they're doing here. I think that was one of Ann's ideas. But anyway, they got like a calendar and a hunk thing, and they're going to come in and maybe, I don't know, shave and give us like shaving and tanning tips or something. I do want to make a correction. I was talking at the top of the show about the Weenie Roast and the K-Rock trailer and how you couldn't use the bathroom in there. And producer Ann told me during the commercial that last year people are coming in there, going number 2, and basically, after about halfway into the show, basically like filled up the place, and it was no longer usable.
It got stopped up.
It got stopped up.
So nasty in there.
Nice.
Yeah, and I mean...
And there are people working in there. I mean, there's fax machines. People are trying to, put this concert on. They have to work in there.
Right. They have kind of, people on walkie-talkies, and although every time I walk in, there's a bunch of chicks sitting around eating Funyuns and Cheetos and laughing and stuff, but...
Everything's got to be a joke to Adam. That's not even true.
There is somewhere. Oh, come on. You go in there. Come on. I went in there yesterday. There's a bunch of chicks sitting around eating Wheat Thins. All right, but they do talk in the walkie-talkie once in a while, and there's fax machines. All right, Ann's right. The point is, here's what I was saying to Ann. Before you go to these all-day concerts, because I had to go to one of these things that some guy went number 2 in, out in the hot sun, these porta potties, and it was just, I mean, I was crying like I was cutting an onion and lost my grandparents at the same time. And, but I had a few beers in me, so I was like standing there, and there's some kind of cruel joke your bladder and penis plays on you when you're going, oh, geez, come on, go. And it wouldn't go, I was like, come on, I'm dying. Here's the deal. I go number 2 before I leave the house on one of these big, long time. I don't want to sit down in there. I don't want to inconvenience myself. I don't want to bring pain to others. You know what I mean? And number 2 is something you can get away with doing just, maybe once a day, right? Right, Drew?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what's a healthy person go?
Once a day.
Once a day? Okay, here's the deal. There's a message to all people, because it's the summer concert time. Go number 2 at home, for Christ's sake. Just sit on that toilet. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if you got to grab a towel rack and bite your lip, but you sit on that toilet, and you do not go to that concert until you're done with the number 2. Because at these big outdoor festival, Horde Festival and these Woodstock type things, it gets bad out there real fast. All right, Drew?
Yeah.
Lucas, 24.
Overcome by your wisdom.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. I was overcome by the smell of dookie yesterday, Drew. Go ahead, Lucas.
Gotten over it, obviously.
Hey, I have a question about vasectomies.
Yeah.
How much does it cost? The average cost?
I don't have any idea.
No. You don't?
I don't do vasectomies. I don't know.
Yeah, but you must.
I have no idea.
Well,
I have no idea.
Well, you figure you break it down into labor and materials.
It depends. If you're on HMO, it doesn't cost anything, does it? If it has a medical indication. I don't know if you can get an elective vasectomy through an HMO.
What about Engineer Mike, the one that
he was on HMO? He had to appeal multiple times to get them to do it.
All right, we have Engineer Brett tonight, sitting in for the One Nut
But I don't
Wonder
believe it
engineer
costs-
Mike.
I don't believe it costs Mike anything.
What about the age, average age?
You know, any responsible surgeon is only going to do it if there is clearly a compelling reason. If you're a young person, and you know, if you have 9 kids, and Lucas, you're 24, I doubt it. Then I'm certain that there wouldn't be a problem. But otherwise, you're going to have a hard time convincing people, I think.
Yes, and by the way, I disagree with this completely. I think everybody who even has
Contemplating having kids, huh?
courted the notion of having this procedure done should have it done immediately. I think we should sterilize the world.
Are there any side effects to it? You know,
Essentially none. I mean, there can be some discomfort and some cyst and whatnot can form,
how long
but
does it take to recuperate?
a day or so. I mean,
Lucas,
really nothing.
Yeah.
what's up with you?
I don't know. I've never really had interest in raising children, and I don't know if I want to.
Uh-huh. Do you have much sex?
No.
Okay. Well, it may be a moot point here, Lucas.
What's the hurry to have a vasectomy?
Well, that's the reason I don't have sex is because I'm just afraid.
All right, that is not the reason, Lucas. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Is there any other birth control besides the condom?
And by the way, vasectomy is not 100% effective, okay, in terms of birth control. I mean, yes, you should have 2 barriers, condom plus sponge, condom plus diaphragm is an extraordinarily effective kind of contraception. Why not have a relationship with the person you're going to have a physical relationship with and get that person on the oral contraceptive pill, which is exceedingly effective. And then you can use a condom on top of that, making the possibility of pregnancy almost zero. Really zero.
Lucas.
Yeah.
When's the last time you cut yourself a slice?
About a couple months.
Uh-huh. You masturbating quite frequently?
No, not really.
Okay.
Well, once in a while, just when I have to, I guess.
Sure, right. When the law permits. Lucas.
Yeah.
This is not about... I would not grant you, if I were on your HMO parole board or whatever the hell those Nazis got going over there, I would not grant you this. You sound a little unstable. It sounds like the wrong idea. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. This is a relationship thing we're talking about. Not the relationship you have with your nuts, but the relationship that you have with women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one more question.
Well, I'm not done with this one.
Okay.
You need to get out there. You need to have yourself a steady relationship. Like Drew said, once you get into a steady relationship, if the person is able to and chooses to get on the contraceptive pill, and you can put a condom on, then you're not going to have any kids, and you can have sex, and no one has to cut into you.
It's not that. It's just, it seems like every time I do sleep with a girl, it messes things up for me.
Okay. That's what you wanted to ask. That should have been your first question. I'm sorry that we went on so long about the whole vasectomy thing.
Uh-huh.
All right. Why does that mess it up for you?
I just feel guilty because I don't have any feelings for these girls.
Uh-huh. Anything happen to you coming up, Lucas?
Or what happened to you? Is more.
My first relationship, it didn't work. It hurt really bad.
How old were you when that happened?
Things started out really good.
How old were you when that happened?
19, 18.
Well, you need to go back out there and have another relationship, and you need to be vulnerable. And only there, in that vulnerability, is there going to be any potential for happiness for you, because where you're at now is not a good place.
Yeah, in desecrating God's the temple, which would be your nuts. It really is. I mean, it's an incredible little factory going on.
All right.
Well, it's like it's yeah. I mean, think about you don't get in and mess that up just because you had some girl screw you over when you're a senior in high school, for Christ's sake. Get out there, Lucas. Be a man about things. Everyone gets screwed over. Dan, 15.
I got this problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I masturbate like 3 to 4 times a day, and I'm starting to get these like little bumps on my penis.
Yes.
I don't know what they are.
They're quit masturbating so goddamn much bumps.
Are they really?
Yes.
Should I start worrying or something?
Well, you're aggravating yourself, Dan. What are those bumps, Drew?
They probably are the pearly penile papules.
And how are those created? Through irritation?
No, they just happen normally, but they might get more accentuated, I think, with all that kind of activity.
Well, yeah, I mean, anytime you're dealing with dermatology, whether it be like a wart or a zit or whatever it is, if you get in and futz with it all the time, it spreads, it gets worse, it gets infected, it gets irritated.
Correct.
Sounds like I've had them, doesn't it, Drew?
Somewhat.
What a storyteller I am. Dan.
You've had a dermatologic residency. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Well, you can rule out the residency part. Dan.
Yeah?
How many times a day are you good for?
3 to 4, but since I'm out of school, it's grows in like 6 to 7.
Right.
Sheesh.
Dan.
Yeah?
You got to get yourself a paper route, my friend.
But I just can't stop doing it.
Well, you certainly can't whack off while you're delivering papers.
Probably try.
I tried once. I almost killed myself on that bike. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Dan.
Yeah?
You need activities.
I do activities.
What do you do?
I play hockey and stuff.
You never masturbate while you're in the penalty box or anything?
No.
Okay. Hey, Dan.
Yeah?
You need more activities.
All right.
Really, 6, 7 times a day, even for me, is a little much, a little excessive.
How much do you go? How many times do you do?
Well, I'm older now, Dan. I'm 32. I'm into the what would they call that?
Declining years.
Yes, I'm starting to slow down a little. I'm good for one a day.
So I should just how many times should I do it a day?
Well, you're doing like anything that people become obsessed with. We look for moderation.
Yeah?
Yeah, the word I was looking for is in my golden years of masturbation. I'm starting to slow down a little. My twilight of my masturbatory years. Dan.
Yeah?
But for you, it's the sun is just rising on your penis. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. You got 6 or 7 times a day? Why don't you see if you can cut it in half?
All right, so 3 to 4?
3 to 4.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
You're doing it a lot when the guy says, cut it in half, and you go, okay, so 3 or 4? That's a lot. Drew?
What?
You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you good for a day?
Cut it out.
All right, we'll be back.
Hi, this is Chad Smith.
And this is Dave Navarro. We're from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And you're listening to Loveline with
Dr. Drew
and Adam.
Hey, yes, you are. And they sounded good yesterday, although they didn't play any of what you would call their hits.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It was the Chili Peppers played a pretty short set at the Weenie Roast yesterday. A good set, but didn't play the songs that people sort of associated with the group or recognized as hits, the ones they heard on the radio. And I guess that's what you do when you get popular enough. You can not play your hits, and it's kind of cool.
I guess.
Okay. Well, Drew, obviously you have some strong feelings about that.
No, obviously we need to be more popular, I guess.
1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. She is Dr. Drew. Paula, you're 30. Paula?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I need some help.
All right.
Well, I'm wondering if there's any thing besides time that cures a heartache.
I'll tell you. You tough relationship, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a divorce.
Uh-huh. Oh. And it's kind of his idea, or?
No, but it still hurts because, what's happened is I was with him for 6 years, but the whole time he was really nice, but for one, our sex life sucked, and also towards the end he decided to smoke pot for, all the time, and it just really hurt, and I decided that, those things were important to me, to be sober for one, and to have good sex for another, so I left.
All right.
And then, it gets worse than that. I got involved with somebody else a lot younger than me, and I had sex that I've never had in my life. And then he's decided that he doesn't want to do that anymore, so he left. And now I have a hole. It's huge, and I want someone else to fill it up. Because it was I wanted to do that for at least a whole another year, since I never experienced it before, every day, all the time.
How long did you go out with the young guy?
About 4 or 5 months.
Uh-huh. How old was the young guy?
22.
All right.
How long were you with your husband?
6 years.
All told.
Yeah, we were married for almost 3, and we were together 6, and it was really difficult because we never had the sex life that I thought that was supposed to happen, and I tried really hard with him, but I just found out after all this time that it just isn't in him.
Wow, Paula, big emphasis on sex with you in the relationship. I don't have a problem with that, but I mean, most of the time when people call up and they talk about relationships gone wrong, sex is a factor. Even sometimes they don't even bring it up, possibly because they're embarrassed or something. But you've hit on the bad sex thing 3 or 4 times now, and you haven't really even said anything about other reasons other than the guy who smoked pot, which is a factor. But I mean,
well, that was it, because we were young, and it's like he only wanted to have sex 1 time a week on Saturday. I'm like, hello, I'm young, I wanted to have sex, like something other than that.
Somehow for Paula, that's how she
interprets.
No,
tension.
That's how she establishes intimacy. That's when she's able to. That's
what I thought it was all about.
That's when she's able to break through, and some people are that way. That's just,
well, yeah, but intimacy and
I understand. You used to, in fact, men do it that way more than not, and you're not used to hearing it from a woman. But some people, that's what they associate symbolically or otherwise with intimacy.
Right.
They need to be recharged that way.
I did.
All right, Paula.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. First off, going out and looking to hop into something else and patch things up and quick fix Band-Aid sex type of relationship is a ill-fated plan.
Right. So what are you trying to teach her?
Well,
what's the concept here?
The concept is when you get in a relationship, you get all kinds of emotions and things all stirred up. You become like one of those snow globes and someone shakes you up.
Right.
And stuff's flying all over the place. And if you end a relationship and jump into another relationship before stuff settles, you're doing the person you're getting in a relationship a disservice, and you're doing yourself a disservice, because that's the time,
right.
And I hate to sound corny, and I'm not a doctor, but that's the time when you're supposed to sit back and evaluate.
Right,
what went wrong. What did I do here? Okay. It's like when you get fired from a job.
Right.
Take a few days and say to yourself, wait a minute. What could I have done differently, and what went wrong, and where?
And what would you say? How long would it be a good period of time, Adam?
Oh, good 6 months.
I would say 6 months too. And wait, hang on, Paula. And what would you suggest Paula look at during that 6 month period? What issue?
Playgirl?
No.
What issue?
No.
January?
No. What specific thing is going on with Paula that could help her choose a better relationship next time? And maybe the sex thing would come naturally if she were able to better establish a healthy relationship. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's specific issues.
She clearly doesn't really know how to evaluate her feelings or her needs in a relationship, and she can only do it in a sexual act, and she interprets that as the entirety of the relationship on an intimate level.
Right.
And she needs to be able to go out and figure out what she needs.
She got it once a week. It was a horrible relationship. She got it 6 times a day by the guy who was 22, and it's a great relationship.
Right.
More sex, better relationship. And believe me, there's a lot of that's true. But eventually, the guy's penis will wear down.
Right.
And things are going to slow down, and you're going to have to look to other things in a relationship other than frequency of sex. Right. So, Paula, here's the deal. You said you wanted someone to come fill you up and patch this gaping hole.
And that's
a bad idea.
That's a bad idea, exactly.
That's right. You got to take care of your own crap. You got to patch your own hole.
Right.
Do a little thinking. Read a couple of books
or some therapy. That's really what
therapy.
That's what if she were to say get therapy. That's what therapy does. It right. It establishes a healthy relationship with another person who's sort of trained in these things that can sort of help her through that, so she can fill the hole on her own.
Right. Although most the male therapists end up banging their patients, but it's certainly not all of them. My dad, the therapist, loves when I do that. Chris, 22.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Just a quick question here. I met a girl in a bar. We hit it off well. She liked me a lot. I liked her. That type of thing. Age difference. I'm 22. She's 34.
Oh, it wasn't the last chick we just talked to, was it, Chris?
No, it wasn't.
All right.
Yeah, I can't go all night, sorry.
She's 34.
Yeah. Is there a good age limit you should go by for rule of thumb to cut it off, or if she's too old for you, or
most of the age limits that we talk about are with people under 21.
Right.
And regardless of what the age is of the person older, it's usually you're outside of their peer norm.
And they talk about the double standard in women are always complaining.
Yeah.
I'm not done with my thoughts, Drew. Women are always complaining about the double standard, but here's the double standard for men. For instance, if you're 22 and a guy and she's 34, I don't look at it as that bad. I look at Chris as sort of sincere.
Right.
If Chris was a female and the guy was 34, I'd say the guy's a pig. He's too old. He only wants one thing.
Right.
So it's kind of reverse double standard
right.
here.
That's right.
So, Chris, if you really like her.
Yeah, she's great.
These things can work out. My mother ended up, after getting rid of Zorback and his hippie buddies, ended up hooking up with a guy who was probably 10 or 12 years younger than she. Oh, man, I don't know, maybe like 14, 15 years younger.
One of your friends?
The pool guy. No, this guy. And is my stepdad.
Yeah.
And they've been together for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy, and
right.
everything's fine.
Right.
It's no big deal. Can be done.
Some people have sort of coined this by saying that adults are really all the same age.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being an adult and being at that phase and sharing certain things as adults together.
Yeah. And also, when you're a moron at 22, you'll be a moron at 34. Don't worry.
Yeah, but she assumes I'm in my 30s, I believe, because I look much older.
She has no idea, huh?
No.
How about coming clean a little bit and seeing what that does to the relationship?
Be honest with her and tell her you're 26.
Relationships and people...
Because that's what I'm afraid of, is I come clean,
people
she'll have nothing to do with me.
People are as sick as their secrets.
Chris?
Yes?
Sex is good?
Haven't gotten that far.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, if she likes you, if she's into you, then when she finds out your age, it's not going to affect her.
Unless she feels deceived, or that there's been deceit.
Yeah, I don't even buy that crap. You know, here's my whole take on relationships and reasons people are in or out of relationships. The bottom line is when the person digs the person, that's it. People are always going, oh, what if they find out I'm a virgin? Oh, what if they find out I was with someone else? Or what if they find out I'm younger? What if they find out this or find out that? And like when we had that call a few weeks back about the person who was being writing letters to the other person in high school and being like the secret admirer and ended up liking the guy and wanted to come clean. And I said, listen, if the guy's attracted to you, if the guy likes you, he'll forget all about it.
Right.
I think that is the most important element in a relationship. If a person is into the other person and all that other stuff, whether you're too old, you're too young, you deceive me, whatever, that's all an excuse. If you're into it, you're into it. And if you're not, then that's a good excuse to get out of it. Drew?
Yeah.
All right. You're not even listening.
I'm listening.
No.
Well, yeah, what you're saying is scary, though, because we've also said that what attracts people to one another are some of the sickest things.
Right.
So.
All right. Look, I can say whatever I want.
I know you
I'm not
can.
a doctor.
Believe me. I know you
I'm an atheist, non-doctor. I say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Paige, 23.
Yes, I have a question. Okay, it's for Dr. Drew.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have sex with my boyfriend, and I guess he's hitting somewhere on the inside. It's like under my belly button, and it doesn't hurt when he's doing it, but after we're done having sex, it's like I get like cold sweats, and I feel like I'm gonna pass out, and it hurts really, really bad.
That could be his cologne.
Do you get nauseated also?
Not during sex, but
Afterwards.
sex, I feel like I'm gonna pass out, and I want to have kids, and I'm wondering if it's gonna
Have you ever had a pelvic exam?
Yeah.
And what do they say? Nothing?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine. Have they ever mentioned ovarian cyst or endometriosis? Or...
No, it's just like this one position. I guess he's rubbing something, or...
Yeah, I mean, this... I don't know how else to say this except that...
Love grommet.
No, that's your...
Oh, yeah.
That's your viscera. I mean, you're doing something that is... You may be disrupting organs you're not supposed to be doing. I mean,
picture his penis as a ladle, and your vagina is a crock pot, and he's basically stirring up this whole mess in there.
Well, like you can hear it.
Yeah, is your uterus tipped? Have they ever said that to you?
What?
Is your uterus tipped or flipped over? Have they ever said anything like that?
I don't know. They said it's going to be easy for me to have kids.
Yeah.
Paige.
Paige, you're obviously doing something that you shouldn't be, and somehow you're there are potential things you ought to get checked out. I mean, you might want to get an ultrasound of the pelvis just to make sure there's not endometriosis and this sort of stuff that can go on there. I don't know that you'd really want to do anything about it anyway, except to say don't do that thing that causes you to be so uncomfortable.
Paige.
It doesn't hurt when he's doing it.
I
it's just
understand,
after.
but you know what's going to trigger it, so don't do it.
Couple of quick questions. How's the guy hung?
Great.
Great. Okay, but you're talking big?
Of course. hard.
Okay, so love grommet. We've talked about this. The little inflatable pad that the man puts at the base of the penis over it like a donut. Gets the springboard action and does not go deep and stir up the viscerals.
Oh, well, what fun is that?
Well, I'll tell you what fun it is. You're not vomiting and holding your abdomen an hour later.
Rupturing your uterus.
Yes, and also, Paige.
Yes.
What position is it that offends your innards?
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of like tipped, sort of. I don't know. It's just like.
Yeah, well, you can't see.
Hard.
You can't see because you've got the pillow over your head.
No.
It's like the doggy, right?
No, I'm on my back.
So it's like a doggy that's napping.
I'm like on my back doing like the bicycle. I don't know.
All right, Paige.
Yes.
Enjoy the cornucopia of other sexual positions and lay off the one that's rattling your innards, please.
Okay.
All right. Well, that sounds like my good friends the Verpipe, whose bus bathroom I used more than once yesterday at the lovely Weenie Roast concert. So I thank them and their tour people for putting up with me. And don't worry, it was no number 2 going on there. Tomorrow night we have Michelle Indegeocello. She will be in here, a singer-songwriter. Thank you, producer Ann. Because I can barely pronounce my own name.
That was good.
That's a long one. And hopefully Everclear will come in here as well.
We should say Happy Father's Day to our fathers.
Oh, we should?
Yeah. You just called your father. I spent my day with mine.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Did you tell him Happy Father's Day? I didn't hear that come out of your mouth.
I think I wanted him to come to my house and move some junk. And
my wife and kids got me a shirt and
a shirt.
Bag,
well, that's novel.
Bag. It's great.
No one has ever gotten a shirt for Father's Day. You know what, Drew?
Huh.
I want you to tell me all about what you did with your dad. But not yet. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. Doc?
Yeah.
Today's Father's Day.
Right.
You spent the day with your father.
Right.
As far as you know. And at least the guy who raised you, you don't know if it's your biological father, for sure. There's really no telling.
Yeah.
What'd you do with him?
Mostly chased my kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Naked?
Part of the time. I was not naked. The kids were.
Your dad was fully dressed?
Fully dressed. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And your dad is a doctor?
Yeah.
Is he still working?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
In 70s.
Uh-huh. Still getting along fine?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Doesn't have to pee in a bag or anything like that?
No.
No.
No
okay.
diapers yet, no.
And what'd you do? Did you go to the park? Or?
No, well, they have a little sort of a condominium down Laguna Beach, and we all went down there and spent the day with them.
They had the brunch?
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly,
okay.
Exactly. My kids acted like hellions.
Uh-huh.
Worse than you saw.
They didn't recognize the whole Father's Day notion?
They not really. They the present thing has meaning to them, but not that it was being given to me.
But they didn't get anything.
Right. So
right, okay. But your lovely wife, Suzanne, got you a lovely shirt.
Susan?
I mean, Susan. Now, I you know what? All right, let me say something about with the Susan and the Suzannes,
right.
by the way.
Yeah, please.
Just spent the day with a friend of mine. I got a friend of mine in yesterday. Her friend is named Suzanne.
Right.
Now, I call her Susan all the time. And when I'm talking, not to her face, but, hey, I got an extra ticket for Susan.
And Suzanne's got a Z in it, doesn't it?
To the Weenie Roast. I don't care. Here's the deal. You're Sue. It's just you're Sue.
Right.
Forget the Susan or the Suzanne. I mean, screw all that crap. That's the problem. I mean, that is your problem. That is my. You're lucky we even recognize the S and the U part. The Susan and the Suzanne. So I got all Suzanne out, and then I screwed up your wife's name with the Susan.
All right.
And see, that's what it does.
And Suzanne obviously made a big deal out of it.
Oh, everyone makes a big deal out of it. And you know what? I'm not apologetic.
You can call my wife Sue. It's all right.
Yes,
yeah.
it will be Sue.
Yeah.
And everybody with their what is the other one? What is the sort of Valley Girl name for that? My brain's not working tonight. But there's it'll come to
Susie?
me. No, not that. It's a whole nother name, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it later. We'll take a call now.
All right.
Dave.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my girlfriend's birthday's coming up, and I want to know how to please her.
All right, hold on. Andrea. and Andrea.
And Andrea.
That's what I just said, you idiot. Andrea.
That's the point.
All right. Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea and Andrea.
Right.
All right, screw all that. You're all Andrea to me. And if your parents are stupid enough to name you Andrea, that's their fault. And you can live with it. Change it to Andrea. Tired of all that stupid name stuff. It's confusing. Dave?
Okay, now how would I go? Now how would I go among that? I want to go do that.
Do what? Even I didn't get it.
Huh?
Even I didn't get it.
It's your girlfriend's birthday.
Yeah.
And you want to surprise her sexually?
Yeah.
Okay. You're 15?
Yeah.
Grow some pubic hair.
I know.
She'll be floored.
Don't think like a male.
That's
really. I think this is good advice.
Good. That's good for everything.
This is solid advice. That's probably true. But think about what she would like.
Okay.
Okay. You shouldn't have to ask a couple guys what a girl would want. Ann, what would a girl want?
Producer
At 15.
Ann.
Here's Dave's.
Oh, wait a minute. She could be into her 30s. Dave, how old is she?
She's 15 too.
Okay.
15-year-old. Are you there? Did you hear the call? No. It's basically his question was, how does he surprise his girlfriend sexually at age 15 on her birthday?
Why sexually?
Right. And what would be much more meaningful to her?
Take her to dinner. Make her dinner.
Make her dinner.
Yeah,
what could he
make
get
her
her
dinner.
that would please her?
Flowers.
Flowers. That's what I figure what a 15-year-old would be taken by.
Oh, you know what? Take her shopping.
Shopping, flowers, picnic.
Oh, hold her purse.
Shopping, flowers, picnic.
Hold
right?
her purse and take her shopping.
All right, Dave.
That is
Hold
awesome.
her purse.
I think a 15-year-old
oh
girl.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think for the most part, 15-year-old girls.
See a man standing there holding the woman's purse while she's trying
stuff on.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
No, I'm not.
Believe me, you might as well just be castrated standing out in some boutique holding a woman's purse. Dave, believe me, Dave's at a very critical point with his sexuality. You cannot be standing holding purses.
This is the point, though, is that if a 15-year-old young lady is having sex with a male, it is because she believes it's what the male wants. And it's not really because it's what she needs, except just then for to establish intimacy and to keep you and to do what she thinks you want. So to surprise her sexually is to be romantic, to be caring, to show her some compassion, show her that you spend
Are
time.
you guys already having sex?
No.
Oh, you're
right.
not.
So it's especially more.
Do you know if she wants to have sex?
Yeah.
She does.
Well, do what Ann told you. That's much more important.
Dave, the act of sex will come as a huge surprise to her if you're not having sex. What do you want to do? You get some kind of wind-up toy in her or something? You haven't had sex with her yet. Just sex is a surprise. I'm always surprised when I have sex. I'm like, hey, wow, this is great.
The whole world's surprised.
All right, Drew, settle down. Dave?
Yeah?
She wants to have sex.
Yeah.
All right. And surprise her by being warm and taking your time and being considerate.
There you go.
Okay.
All right? And don't lick her too much.
Okay.
All right. Diane?
Hi.
Hey. You're 20, you're on Loveline.
How are you?
You got a question, Diane?
Yeah, actually I do. I've been dating a guy for about a year and a half. He's 3 years older than me. And he's been lying to me about little things throughout our whole relationship. And I've just kind of been blowing it off until now. Last weekend I was sick, and Friday night we were just hanging out. We watched the Bulls game, and he was driving me home at like 11 o'clock.
That's right. Chicago, we had to congratulate them tonight.
Yeah.
They won.
Yes, they did tonight.
All right, Diane?
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Thanks for stopping the show, by the way, Drew. Go ahead, Diane.
So anyway, he was driving me home, and I told him I was going out this weekend, Saturday night, because I couldn't go out last weekend because I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he was complaining that he only gets me when I'm sick and I'm no fun, and I have more fun with my friends. And I told him, like, well, you could have gone out with your friends this weekend.
Uh-huh.
You didn't have to go out with me. Then he starts yelling at me, telling me he can't go out to the bar on Friday night because he has to be up early to work Saturday morning. Then one of my friends Monday morning came up to me and said, well, I saw Chris at a bar Friday night, told me not to tell you, and was telling him all the stuff about me, how I'm mean to his friends when I'm out with his friends, and that I'm no fun. And
would you rather talk about the Bulls?
Actually, you're right. Hey, Diane.
Yeah.
Those aren't really what I would call little lies.
Well, there's...
Yeah, it sounds like this relationship is a mess.
Little lies are like, hey, how'd you get that scar? And the guy goes, I got it in a duel. And it turned out just to be from a sprinkler head or something.
This is your relationship is not working.
Well, see, he's been lying to me. There's other little things. This was just...
These aren't little things. These are
Hey,
little things.
Diane,
These are not little
get
things.
off your little things kick. This is a medium thing.
These are important things.
These are important things?
Yes, it is. It's that you can't trust your boyfriend to remain committed, to value your feelings, to listen to your needs. These are the fundamentals of a relationship aren't working.
Well, a lot of guys are in lie mode in a relationship, by the way.
But guys that aren't really wanting to be in a relationship or aren't ready to be in a relationship.
Oh, my father says it's because he's a car salesman.
Oh, you didn't say that. You should have said that right at the top. Let me tell you something about salesmen.
Oh, please.
Please. Sales is what you do when you have no other recourse in life. I don't care what you sell. You sell something, you're trash. That's my feeling on sales. Selling cars is the lowest on the sales food chain. It really is. You're the shadiest, diciest people in the world sell cars. You really do. They're all going to hell. I know guys who sell cars. They tell me how this stuff works.
And it's got a puss.
Believe me, sales...
Why? Why do you say that? Everybody has a car. Everybody needs a car.
Maybe it's a General Motors salesman. They have one price.
Still, you know where they'll screw you on all this Simonizing and all the corrosion package and the alarm and all that.
If you're smart, you'll go in there prepared and you'll say no.
Right, but they attempt to screw you.
So what? Everybody does in sales.
That's
people who try to come to your door.
Thank you, producer Ann, underscoring my point quite nicely.
No, but why are you saying that they're the worst?
Oh, cars? Because they just are. I mean, car salesmen traditionally are the diciest people in the world.
It happens in clothing stores, too. You're standing there with a pair of pants that makes your butt look huge, and they go, those look fabulous on you.
Right. They're telling you...
Here's a belt that matches.
They're telling you what...
Each of you speak to the arena of purchases that are most meaningful to you. For Ant's clothing, especially pants, and for Ant's car, for Anima's cars.
Yeah.
What about mechanics who fix your car? Those are the biggest liars ever.
Right. As
soon as a woman walks in, they're like,
cha-ching. I think Adam fixed cars for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, not across the board. All right, Ann, please.
I have a point, don't I? He always says, Ann, please, when I have a point.
Well, car salesmen are the diciest guys around. Please, some car salesmen call up in
I'm not saying there aren't any, but... You're just making a broad...
All right, so what do we do, Diane?
All right. Enough about this whole sales thing. Other than that's what you do when you have no other options in life. You sell stuff. All right, go ahead, Diane.
Okay, the only other things that he's lied to me about other stuff, he went to a NASCAR race in Talladega, Alabama.
Told you he drove the winning car?
No, he went there with a friend.
Without telling you?
No, I knew that he was going, but he told me that he wasn't going to go to the nudie bars because that just totally offends me.
All right.
And then he told me that he wasn't going to be doing certain drugs that he did end up doing.
All right, Diane, look, the guy's a loser and he sells cars. Okay?
Well, this relationship's a loser anyway.
Relationship's a loser and the guy sells car. He lies for a living, Diane. That's what you do when you sell cars. You're a professional liar. You're a liar with a tie.
Well, look.
Does he sell used cars?
He sells both.
Okay. Well, the only thing lower than a new car salesman, a used car. But, Diane, forget it. The guy's a liar.
I mean, it's just, this is not, if you're not getting your needs heard, or somebody is, and you've said this before and in your own way, Adam, if you're not, well, you said, if you say you want something in a relationship and the other person won't do it, there's something wrong. You said something
sexually,
like that
yes, that's the way I feel.
in any way, if somebody can't hear your needs and can't attempt to meet them, there's something wrong.
All right. And furthermore, I totally forgot my thought. But
let's go to the next.
It was such a good thought. It was a great thought. No, here's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
A lot of women and men in a relationship force their partners to lie.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying it was Diane that did that in this particular relationship, but a lot of women say, don't go to those nudie bars. They make me sick. Those women are up on display. They're shaking their boobies and their ass, and it's pathetic, and I'll kill you if you go to one of those nudie bars. So the guy goes out of town. A lot of salesmen do this, by the way. And they're, maybe it's at a bachelor party or something like that, and they go to a nudie bar. Now he comes home. Now the woman says, did you go to a nudie bar? Well, of course he's going to lie. Of course. But she has laid the groundwork for the lie. And guys do that in their own way, too, in a relationship. So before you jump on the person for lying, make sure that you haven't sort of cornered them into that lie. Huh? All right. Steve, 28.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Been married about 3 years, got a son that's coming up on 2 years old. And question or problem is, the beginning of the relationship, my wife was like totally reluctant for having the kid, didn't really want him, kind of refused to admit that we even had him and all that. And in the past 3 months following that, everything like totally 180'd, and now it's like he's the only thing that means anything to her. And I'm in the position he was in where it's like I'm just kind of sitting back in the back wondering, what's going on with this whole situation.
Do you guys talk about this?
Try to. She's about 7 years older than I am, and, thought she really had it all together as far as that goes, but sometimes it's like she's a little kid,
Well, now, what happened with the first 3 months after delivery? What was that like?
It was rough.
I mean, she wouldn't attend to the child when a child would cry and that sort of thing?
No, not that. Just didn't want our lives to change the way that they did.
So she resented having the child?
Yeah.
And then what turned her around, do you think?
I don't know.
She just finally connected with the child?
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
and it's like now I'm in the position he was in where, she sleeps in the room with him, not with me.
Yeah. It must have been, she must have had some sense, or some part of her must have known that this was coming. That, that once she connected, it would be very intense for her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why she resisted as long as she did. The problem now is, though...
she's made it very clear that she only has enough love in her for one person.
Well, but that's not healthy.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
What the hell does that mean?
It's supposed to be unconditional.
No, look, there's something called...
Don't go too far.
There's something called enmeshment. People sometimes sort of blend themselves with the child. They can't differentiate themselves from the child, and they detach in these terribly intense ways. That's a recipe for trouble as the child tries to individuate. That child's going to try to grow up and become an adult or even become a separate person, and it's going to traumatize her. She's going to resist that.
Steve?
And that's sort of what you're set up for here.
Yeah.
You need to bring this to her attention. You need to maybe get a family therapist involved with this, because it's going to really, obviously there's a real problem in your guys' relationship as a result of it, and it's not going to be healthy for your son ultimately. It's great that she can pour this kind of love on him, but she needs, the next step is with a child, particularly when the child's around 2 and tries to become independent, it's going to be a real source of problem.
You're saying let the kid move out at 2 if he wants to?
And she needs to be able to establish more balance in your relationship and her life, and you need to help her.
Yeah.
And, gently bring this to her attention, okay?
Alrighty.
All right.
Steve?
Yeah.
How often are you having sex?
But anybody with a new child.
Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, and my birthday.
Oh, really?
That's about 4-month gaps in there.
Liz, this is probably not particularly easy on her, such as it is. I mean, it's going to be very intense for her, and somebody's going to have to tease this out.
Steve,
yeah.
Christmas is coming up. You may think about converting to Judaism.
I'm thinking 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
Go out with a bang.
Jeez.
Oh, that's got to suck. First the kid's being deprived, then you're getting deprived. I only got enough love in me for one. What? Maybe
they should have another kid real quick. Maybe kind of break her momentum a little bit.
That is just a horrible statement. Matt, 21.
Hi.
Hey.
I've been in a 3-year relationship with this girl, and basically, I cheated on her with a couple of guys.
Couple of guys?
Yeah, a couple guys, and I come from a religious background.
Mm-hmm.
So I confessed to her several months after I did this, and I know my preference is still for women. I just really feel guilty about the same-sex experimenting, and
it doesn't sound like it's experimenting. If you're 21 and you're regularly, you've done this a few times, and you've done it when you were involved with somebody else.
Uh-huh.
This doesn't sound like experimentation. This sounds like
research,
a pattern, and one that you're not really willing to come completely to grips with.
So,
Matt?
Yeah?
What kind of religion are you?
Hindu.
Really?
And homosexuality is no good in Hindu?
Well, they have different views on it, but yeah, just to make a really short story, it isn't.
What do you guys have? The Quran?
No.
Oh, no.
What do they have?
I've got
Upanishads and stuff like that.
You don't have one big book?
No, it's a lot of books.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Christianity and all that. They just got the Bible. It's like the yellow pages of religion.
What is it, Bhagavad Gita? Is that what they call it?
Oh, well, that's one of the scriptures, and they have two, the Ramayana and the four Vedic, main books.
Okay.
It doesn't matter which caste you're in, which book you go with, and that kind
No,
of thing.
You can't find something in one of those books that says it's okay to bang other guys?
Actually, they all forbid any type of experimentation, so...
Okay. All right. Well,
wait, but do they allow homosexuality?
No. Well, their laws is if there's two guys, they want to live together and stuff, it's only allowed if one of them becomes, like a eunuch.
Oh, my God.
And that's the only way it can be officially be allowed, or else they're both condemned and stuff.
Oh, so naturally, you wouldn't want to really admit that this is what you're doing, or this is what you are. Very tough, very difficult.
all right, Matt. Okay. So, first off, drop the whole Hindu thing. This is a big waste of
drop
time.
your life.
No.
Yeah, your upbringing doesn't exist anymore.
No, everybody drop all this religion nonsense.
Or
It's
maybe
a big waste of time.
Maybe get more serious about it.
All right. Well, then he's got to pay for the rest of his life in terms of his guilt feelings for having this experimentation with a couple of guys. Are you done with guys?
Yeah.
All right. You've sworn off guys.
Not interested, and I don't find it preferable,
All right. Did you have safe sex?
No.
Ugh.
Okay. Because then you're really endangering your girlfriend now.
Oh, well, I haven't slept with her since those times,
Okay. You got to go get tested. You understand?
Yeah.
You should have been tested anyway. But you have to test because it's one thing for you to go out and do this. It's another thing for you to go out to do this, have sex with her, put her life at risk, and then tell her you did it. I mean, that is the ultimate indignity. Having your life. I mean, you're jeopardizing someone's life when you do that.
Anytime anybody screws around in a relationship with anybody, that's what they're doing. It doesn't have to be gay. I mean, gay is a higher risk, but any time you screw around.
Oh, right. Okay. Unprotected.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I know. I didn't make that distinction, but I didn't have to because I was talking about Matt's problem. All right. Mr. Politically correct over there? Matt.
Yeah.
Are you committed to this girl now?
Yeah.
You love her?
Uh-huh.
All right. Go get a test. And then on the way home from getting tested, buy a bunch of flowers.
But is this kind of thing abnormal to be fooling around? I mean...
Well, if you're having trouble admitting to yourself that you're gay and you get these feelings you have to pursue because they're driving you, it makes kind of sense, doesn't it? And if you add the sort of religious context where you really can't admit to yourself your true feelings, it all kind of fits.
All right, Matt?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know any religion that smiles on homosexuality. It screws up the whole religion because the whole idea with religion is we got to crank out more mindless drones in order to pay more money into the religion, in order to fill more churches and mosques and temples and things like that. It's crank out idiots. That's the general basis behind most religions. So, of course, homosexuality does not bode well with these people because you're not cranking out idiots.
I'm trying to think what Buzz Lightyear said to Woody when he said something kind of pathetic.
That's enough.
Hi, I'm Robin Leach with those champagne wishes and caviar dreams. And you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Oh, he's all class, that man. 1-800-LOVE-191, the phone number. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician. Dixon Management. Ready?
Set, go.
Set, go. Oh, Natalie, 23.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. I have a problem.
Yeah?
I'm dating a 28-year-old married man.
Hold on, I got it. All right, I was about to yell at engineer Brett to turn that damn music down. Go ahead.
Well, I'm dating this married man, and I want to know if I'm wasting my time with him.
Yes, it's easy.
Easy?
Easy. The rule of thumb, don't date a guy when they're married. Very, very easy.
You're really going on a limb there, Drew.
Simple. Because if a guy really intends to get out of his marriage, he's going to get out. He's not going to be a married guy anymore, and that's going to happen fast.
That's what I was figuring.
How long you been going out with him?
Well, we dated about 8 months ago for a while, and he didn't get a divorce, so we kind of split up.
Mm-hmm.
But now, just like this last month, we started dating again, and he still says he's getting a divorce, but he just is taking his time, and I don't know why.
How long has he been saying he's been taking his time?
It's been about a year that he says he's...
Yeah, imagine that.
Well, there's a lot of paperwork involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't even initiated the divorce yet. He has not initiated
I'm
the
talking
divorce.
about emotional paperwork,
Yes,
Drew.
yes,
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't think he's done anything.
Right.
But what
Yes.
scares me is he don't let me meet his kids or meet his wife or any of his other families.
Well, no.
Hello.
Duh. He's not committed to you because he's not introduced you to the wife and the kids.
You know what? Get
Ann.
some self-respect and get out of there.
Ann can't sit still for this one. Even she had
I'm
to
sorry.
get on the mic.
You know what? You're just putting yourself down. Get out of there.
And believe me, this comes from a woman who has no problem with car salesmen. So you know where she draws her lines.
Shut up, Adam.
Natalie, please. This is insulting to you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy is
You
just
think he
dating.
respects
right,
her?
Well, the guy is just dating. Let's face it. He's
No,
just
he
a guy
respects
dating,
parts of her.
But he clearly has no intention to go
What do you
beyond the
mean
whole
just
dating thing.
dating?
He's clearly the guy he is separated and is dating people. That's clear. They were broken up. He dated other people, whatnot.
No. He said he broke up with Natalie.
Right, but he was still dating other people at that time, right?
No, wait a minute.
No.
I thought that's
you're
what I
all
got.
Drew. Go back and eat your popcorn.
They're happily married together, right?
They're currently married and they currently live together.
Oh,
Okay.
So I didn't get that at all.
No, I
Okay.
got that. Natalie and he broke up.
Yeah, but I thought she said he was dating other people. Maybe she said she was dating other people.
All right, let's not live in the past.
All right.
Natalie,
Bad news.
please. This is. There's certain things in life that affect your self-esteem greatly.
Or that reflect it
Yeah.
and affect it. Adam, let me have
Drew, what
let
are
me-
you like a big speed bump tonight? I can't go anywhere without you jumping out in front of me. Now, where was I?
Finally doing my job.
Yeah,
I just
doing
don't
your
wanna
job
get
by
hurt.
killing the show. Great job, Natalie.
Yeah.
I'm going to go continue my thought. Drew, is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's certain things in life that knock your self-esteem around. Being involved in a relationship where Scott doesn't want me to finish his thought. Where the person's involved in a relationship, being involved in an abusive relationship. Having a horrible job where you have a boss over your head threatening that you're going to get fired every day. These things knock you down. They lower you. You don't walk as tall. And you may not even feel them, but believe me, they screw up your life. And this is a huge one for you, Natalie. So get rid of this guy and move on.
Find a new man?
Yes.
A non-married
A
man.
non-married one, huh?
Yes. Please.
Right, let's just hope that this was just an aberration in your choice of men.
I'm
Because God
guessing-
knows she'll
I'm-
probably choose another abusive,
I'm guessing it
unavailable
wasn't.
guy.
Yes. Mike, 15.
Excuse me, I misspoke. Mike, hang on 1 second. There really is a difference between emotionally unavailable and abusive. And this guy is emotionally unavailable.
Right. It's his own form of abuse. Mike?
Yep. Hey, I got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I have genital warts, but I'm still a virgin. I don't know what's up with that.
You've had them diagnosed as such?
Well, no, they just look like it. They're
Well-
warts on my genitals.
You sure they're not the penile papules we were talking about earlier? Because they kind of look like warts.
I don't know.
Well, why don't you have a doctor look at it? I mean, I suppose it's possible to have a wart transmitted, through some incidental contact other than sexual, but I've never heard of that.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah?
Micus Welby, listen.
Huh.
Don't go making these types of assumptions when you have not been checked out medically.
Okay.
I mean, this is not something.
That's a good piece of advice. Excuse me for interrupting you.
Oh, no,
again,
go ahead.
but
No,
I'm
go.
going to support it. That's a good piece of advice. I mean, I have people all the time who I care for who make assumptions and say, this is what's going on with me, and you're not in a position to do that. If you're not trained, even when you have been trained, I mean, physicians don't do that to themselves. You can't be objective about what you're evaluating.
All right. Now, here's a call I've been wanting to get to. John.
Hello?
14.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hi, John.
Hi, Adam. You're my hero.
You are one of my loyal subjects.
Yes.
He's been waiting for 80 minutes.
It's well worth it. Okay, I have a no-handed masturbation technique.
Oh, of course, Adam. Adam, you need to expand your repertoire, I suppose. Is
Wow. That leaves a hand free
to turn the page.
I'm surprised
Right.
you don't have a book of hand-free mechanisms or techniques.
Here's what
I'm
you
working on it, Drew. Go ahead.
do. Okay, first thing, you can't be too hairy.
Oh. All right. Well, that's a deal breaker for me.
You
But go
didn't-
ahead.
You wasn't talking about the rear end.
And you have to have a penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
You have-
okay there, Adam.
You have to have a lubricant
Yeah.
at the point where your anus meets your scrotum.
All right. Wait. Yeah. All right. That little. Where does Uranus meet your scrotum? Does it, Drew? Does that happen?
I'm out of this call. You were waiting for.
All right. Go ahead. I got my pen out. Go ahead.
Okay, from that area,
Just
rub with the lubricant. Rub all the way up.
What do you rub with?
Just with a lubricant.
In your hand?
Yeah. No, this is just to prepare for it.
Oh, okay. This is prep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Rub all the way up to around your balls.
All right. But between the anus and the scrotum.
Yeah.
All right.
Just rub all the way up to around your balls,
All right.
your penis, and around your inner thighs.
All right. Listen, John. I got to tell you, when it comes to masturbating, I'm on the move. I'm a busy man. I have to nap and then I have to masturbate again. I don't have time for these long rituals.
This is for like special occasions, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so rub it all around your balls, penis.
Yeah.
inner
Okay,
thighs.
John, please. I can't listen to that. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead, John. Remember, it is a Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
so around your inner thigh area.
Yeah.
Around your penis and stuff.
Yes.
And you just called to say that 50 times.
Bend over. Keep bending over, and that's it.
Keep bending over.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
No, just like get on your knees and keep bending over. Then your penis will go through your lubricated thighs and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. All right, John.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. And I got to be honest here. I enjoy the masturbation. Yes, John was certifiable. I don't like to simulate sex with myself. That to me is a little weird. See, these guys are saying like, hey, the guy can blow himself or something like that. To me that's a little weird. And what John was saying was basically like lube up your thigh, bend your penis around, and actually hump. You're like dry humping your inner thigh, and that's a little weird. That's like you're having sex with yourself. It's not like you're relieving a little tension with your hand. You're actually forming a bond with yourself, which is, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about. Drew, let me ask you honestly. If you could take your penis off and just put it right there on the table, would you perform on it?
No.
No?
No.
When you use your mouth? That's a good question. I don't think I would either. All right, maybe once. But I don't think I would get into it because it would be like having sex with
Adam,
myself.
All right, we got the picture.
You do?
Yeah.
You got the picture of your penis?
No,
being
I
on
got
the-
the whole thing here. It's just a wonderful, wonderful discussion.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
17?
17, man.
What do you want?
Okay, man. Okay. I go drinking about 3-4 times a night now, and when I sweat in the morning around mostly the schlongel area, that jammy smells like the brew.
I need an interpreter.
His penis, when he goes out drinking beer the next morning, and when he sweats around the groin area there, it smells like beer.
Good call.
Maybe you spilt some beer on your lap when you were loading and it soaked through your undershorts.
That's quite the possibility, but I don't think so, because it's also sometimes around the neck.
Okay, so obviously when you go out and you get loaded, I mean, anything you consume will come out oftentimes in your sweat and in your breath and in your
Right.
bowels and all that
It
stuff.
can affect that all. I mean, people have some sense that it's somehow coming out of them, but it can affect the metabolism of the
Well, I don't smell under my arms.
Right.
I rarely do. I'm not bragging, but I just don't. And once in a while, I'll go, "Hey, what's that? Hey, Hey, that's me."
Like garlic. For
What is
instance,
that
will make
funk
you
going
have
on
fun
down there? And
smell.
it's because I went out and had like curry food, Indian food
and
the night
indeed,
before.
alcohol does particularly some people give people a very strange smell in their breath. So it makes sense they might give some smell on the body also.
Right.
I don't know what that might be. I mean, acetaldehyde is what's thought to be the accumulating people who get that funny smell in the breath.
And that whole smell you get down there is funky anyway. Believe me, it's not like it smelled like a bed of roses before, and then you had yourself a couple of beers, and now it stinks. It's its own funky smell. It's not quite your underarm. It's not quite your breath. It's not your butt. It's not your whiz. It's its own kind of funkiness down there. Believe me, this is a long time old, like, biological thing.
Right. Right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm just stumbling onto this, but you have your own funk, your own certain sex groin smell down there because in the old billions of years ago, the other chicks in the tribe, hey, what's going on with the groin area there, right? That's what goes on.
Or more like that's how you would mark your territories.
Right. See that one that smells like me.
Right.
That is me. That is call myself Ballo. And you know what? Mosquitoes are more attracted to that area too, by the way.
In your case, huh?
No, this is documented, smartass. Maybe if you'd crack yourself a piece of medical literature once in a while, you'd know. All right? They go down there because it's got its own smell. You understand?
I'm just learning so much tonight.
All right, now
it's really enlightening.
I'm gonna explain the nature of man, good or evil, when we come back.
Good.
Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. And he is Eddie, 19.
Adam, Drew,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are the best.
Thank you. Eddie.
Yeah.
Please refrain from using the S word on the radio. That's
you
all
better
right.
direct him specifically what other words should be avoided.
I just really dig your metaphors. They're awesome.
Thank you.
Dr. Drew.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do I bring about a threesome? Like, I mean, I know
You're asking me this question?
Pardon me?
Why are you asking me this question?
Well, because Adam, he likes to masturbate by himself, and I don't really hear him, talking about girls that much.
Oh, Eddie, believe me.
Well, I would address the question to you, but I don't know if you can give me the right advice.
Better than this stiff Drew. Believe me.
My advice is don't have a threesome, especially if you're in a relationship that you intend.
I'm single.
You just want to be with two people.
Yeah, two females. I might.
All right.
That's Adam.
There's two angles you go here. You either go the start a band angle, which could take some time. Record deals sometimes don't come for months, often years.
Well,
Eddie,
I don't have that kind of chance.
All right. Save some money or start a band are my two initial responses to this. Here's what you have to do. This is advice to all people wanting threesomes. You have to first get yourself into a casual sexual relationship with somebody who's sort of open sexually and who has done some experimenting and things in the past. Do not get yourself a girlfriend and then chip away on her trying to convert her.
You're right. That's the wrong thing to do.
Yes, this is a mistake. I'm sure you've tried in the past.
No, I haven't.
All right.
But I just know that's the wrong thing to do, though.
Good. It's an instinctive thing. Good. Very good.
Thanks.
You have good insights when it comes to threesomes, young Eddie. Find yourself a girl and begin a relationship. All right? A casual, fun relationship based on, sex and having a good time and having a good time having sex.
Okay.
Now you have a window. That window is probably 3 to 5 weeks in which to initiate the whole threesome thing, because once it goes on too long, inevitably a sexual relationship will become a regular relationship, or you will break up. One of the two is going to get caught up in the whole thing. You understand, Eddie? You cannot have a casual sexual relationship with someone for 5 years. It really doesn't work. It either becomes a relationship or you break up. Either way, you've erased the whole threesome notion.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So go to a place where, people that are, easy hang out, like a junior college.
Definitely.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Find yourself a woman, feel her out. Look at the way she dressed, the way she carries herself, and start yourself a relationship. Make sure that she's done a little experimenting in the past.
So I have to start a relationship first?
Well, you have to start some form of a relationship.
Well, I mean, maybe some girls that No,
Eddie.
Slide it through or something.
This is not a one-night thing. Unless you're exceptionally good-looking, exceptionally rich, or exceptionally famous.
Well, I'm not rich or famous.
All right, but you're nice-looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and modest. So, Eddie, listen.
Well, I don't want to sound conceited.
All right, but listen, you're not going to walk into the middle of one of these things. It's going to take a little work.
You're right.
But you're worth it, aren't you? Okay.
I hope to be. Yeah.
All right. So go work on it, would you?
Okay.
All right. He'll run out of steam. People hate work. People hate work even for like deviant sexual acts. They don't like work. They have a weak work ethic, even when it comes to bizarre sexual acts.
That's pathetic.
Well, all right. Eddie wants a threesome.
All
right. I would contend that your bubble will be burst by this. You think it is the end-all and be-all sexually, and it probably remains better just being a fantasy. People have to have goals. You cannot erase a man's goal.
You seem to speak from a place of knowledge.
I never had a what you call like an all-out threesome, but I have had. Well, you remember the Ebony and Ivory discussion a few
months ago,
months ago, and it's just what it is. Believe me, your penis adjusts immediately. Yep, that's how it should be. That's the beauty of the penis. Whatever it gets, hey, this is how it should be. So, what do? Add a fourth woman? No.
Jesus.
Chris.
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yes.
You're on Loveline.
God help.
Okay. I got a question here. I've had 2 girlfriends now. Oh, more than 2, but the first girl I ever slept with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She, I was 15 and she was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't so fresh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I didn't really know what to do about it.
She wasn't fresh downstairs talking to her?
South.
Uh-huh.
And so I wasn't sure what to do. I ended up breaking up with her. And this happened to me again, and I'm just wondering, what would you do? I mean, how do you go about, do you just walk up to her? I mean, it's not like saying, hey, you need a breath mint, or hey, go brush your teeth. What do you do?
Well, of course, Drew would tell you just, you must work the infectious. I'm concerned. Work the infection angle. I'm concerned about your health.
That's the fact. I mean,
I think something died in you. I'm concerned about their health, too.
It's a sign of infection, and it needs to be treated.
Yeah.
And you just...
Because after I left this girl where I was living...
I mean, if you take a genuinely caring posture, somebody's going to appreciate you caring about it.
Well, probably not. But here's the thing. Do the whole curious thing. Work, and here's the deal. Don't make it seem like you're uncomfortable talking about it. You got to, spit it out. You got to get down and go, whoa, hey, that's different.
Well, how am I supposed to do that? I mean, it's just, this girl, I thought I loved her, All
right, wait, Ann's got to put on. But before Ann chimes in, we get another argument like we did over the car salesman. What I'm saying is do work the concern angle. Go and don't work like you're real uncomfortable and you feel nervous.
If you act or worked a concern angle, you're going to get in trouble because if you're not sincere, don't say it.
All right. Well, then we'll get you sincere. Okay. She could have a very important disease. I know important isn't the right word, but a serious, significant
that she needs to know about.
Because after I left where I was living, it turned out that she ended up having all kinds of infections.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
If you had brought it to her attention earlier, guess what?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
All right, but he was 15 and he was happy just to be getting late.
Yeah. Well, it turned out she was screwing around on me. So what I ended up doing, this was kind of rude. The way I kind of told her was before I left, I ended up leaving a bottle of douche on her car, and I wrapped it up nice and gift wrapped, so it was nice and pretty, and I put a card on it that said, "Hope you're smelling better," because I found out that she was screwing one of our friend's brothers.
You are silky smooth, Chris. You're like the James Bond of stupid teenagers.
Well, I was kind of proud of it at the time. I feel bad for it now.
All right, but she deserved it. She was screwing around in you. All right, Chris.
Yeah.
My friend, come from concern.
Okay.
All right. Go to that place in your heart where you smell something funny, and then come from love. Then come from concern. Ryan?
Yeah.
You're 20.
How you doing?
What's the problem, my friend?
All right, I got a couple quick questions for you guys. I'm hoping Goldfinger can help me out.
Oh, yeah. There's a little delay problem there, but yeah, they can help you.
Oh, okay.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Wherever you're listening to the show, you're hearing whatever you heard Thursday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goldfinger was here Thursday.
They're not here now, I assure you. You would hear Darren.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I got a quick question. All right, there's this girl that I'm working with,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a summer job, and we've been really good friends for a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just found out that she really likes me, and she probably calls me 2-3 times a day. and everything. And
what kind of job was it?
Let's see, like summer school, like for high school.
You were teaching.
Right.
And she was a teacher.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like every time she calls or whatever, I'm just like, you know, oh, I'm busy. You know, if she asks me out.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is going to be something fun for you to do tomorrow night.
All right.
Tomorrow night, when they replay this show,
Yeah.
at about 10 to 12,
Yeah.
you can listen to yourself drone on endlessly.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the question.
The question is, how does he handle this girl who likes him?
How do I get rid of her with still being friends?
Oh, okay. Well, here's the deal. When women come on to a guy, and they're not supposed to, as far as society goes. I mean, society sort of frowns on that a little bit. You know what I mean? Women who come on to guys get a little bit labeled. It's not a comfortable thing for women to come on to guys. So you give them the slightest little thing of, I'm really not interested, and they'll go, oh, no, I wasn't even interested that way. Probably back right off.
Yeah.
And act like she wasn't interested in the first place, just to save some face. So just don't give her anything. Don't give her any indication
You don't have
that
a
you like her
girlfriend,
that way.
You have a girlfriend or anything like that? Nothing else going on?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
All right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Don't give her anything. They will not survive. This goes for all people that are interested, male or female. You cannot throw them little scraps.
Right.
Do not give them a little crust of bread. They will stay alive. They'll be like Gandhi, drinking their own urine. They will stay alive just on that scrap. You can give them nothing. All right? All right. Hey, sports fans. We got about a minute and a half of the show left, so I'm not going to give the phone number out. I'm not going to give the fax number out. And Michelle Indegayocello.
Good.
It just sounds so funny in my own head when I say that. I sound like I'm screwing it all up. But she will be in tomorrow night. Also, hopefully, Everclear will be in. I don't know if all Everclear or just Art, the lead singer from Everclear, will be in, but talked to him yesterday at the K-Rock Weenie Roast, and they're going to try to make it in. So not
great guys,
inked in, but penciled in. Yes, they are good guys that really want to do the show, but they're a very important band. Tuesday, Cardigans will be in studio. Also, Janine Lindermulder. For Christ's sake, just get a poor name, would you? Linda Starr or Janine Starr, Janine like Hips or something. Oh, that's got to be a real name. Anyway, she's a really hot blonde that only does the lesbian stuff. And Nikki Tyler will be in, a friend of hers. And they're opening some like porn shack or something, and we're going to talk to them. And also the Australian Manpower guys are going to be over here. Well, once every 5 years, a bunch of good-looking guys coming from Australia, shaved and bronzed and pumped, and they do a bunch of calendars and stuff, and the chicks go nuts. So that was kind of an Ann thing. I want to thank the beautiful Lisa for doing the phones tonight, the lovely Sherry for doing the phones tonight, the argumentative but angular producer Ann for doing a wonderful job tonight, Brett engineering the show, stepping in quite amply for the one-nut wonder engineer Mike, who's off with his girlfriend trying to get some tonight. I guess he'll be back tomorrow night, but it doesn't matter. We don't need him. The show goes on. So until then, I'm Adam Carolla, and he's Dr. Drew, and mahalo.
You've been listening to Loveline.
The opinions expressed on Loveline, especially by Adam Carolla,
are not necessarily those of the staff, management, or sponsors,
or even the character voices. Loveline, produced by Ann Wilkins for Westwood One Entertainment.